welcome back to Factorio SpaceX Extreme mode, where we are almost finished the final science and we have started work on the spaceship construction. If we quickly take a look at our map mode, we can see what components we have set up. We have the fusion reactor, we have the hull component, we have habitation, and we have fuel cells. And we have launched at least one of all of those, and I have fixed the numbering here. I did a bit of a cheat. I lowered the amounts here by the difference, and this now does a -1 on the pulse, so it will count down as it's supposed to. It looks like no components are ready at the moment. Right, that brings me on to the next point, which, since we've almost finished science, let's have a look at science. We don't really need these stockpiles anymore. We're actually being slowed down by blue science, which is why these two have not rushed down to 0, and that's because we have a huge steel shortage. We're negative steel, in spite of producing at the rate of 17,000 per minute. We have a huge steel shortage. As you can see, what's that, 480. We're close to 500,000 plates per minute at the moment, which is awesome. Very awesome, but it's not enough, and we can do better. I want to break 500k, and probably quite a bit more, but before we get there, I mean, look at this. This is our issue with steel. So, well, that's not sustainable. We need to fix that. Also, let's just pop back here. We have been having, we've got a ton of copper. We have a bunch, we're not using copper as fast as we're producing it, and it's creating congestion. It's actually started to clear a bit, but we do have some congestion issues. I actually even turned off some of these copper trains, like that one, for example. I can probably restart them now. The copper easts I was turning off because the other copper was not working very well. I'm going to need to put a quick pause here, guys. I'll be right and back. So yeah, so we were getting congested with copper as well, so that's another issue. But what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to tell these sciences to go back to a sensible amount, which hopefully will in fact turn them off. Let's have a look at 5-second production. This should be dropping fast, and the other one should be dropping fast. That should help us out a little bit with our steel reserve, but it is not the final and total answer. I need to probably increase circuit usage to get the copper moving, and we need to increase steel. So there's several things that I'm thinking of doing for steel. If we look at our low density structures, we have 158,000. Obviously, I kind of overbuilt steel when I did all of this extra. I kind of overbuilt low density structures when I did all this extra. I could rip this all out and turn this into steel smelting to use up the excess iron, but there's some other things that I want to do first. Namely, I want to take that out of my auto trash. I've got some of that, that'll do. I want to, in fact, I'm going to need the engineering train. I want to, over here, I used to have 2 steel trains, and we changed that. 17, 19. So I guess there's not that much difference, which means it is pretty much operating at full capacity, I was thinking maybe I could just put another train in here, but if that's the case, if it's close to operating at full capacity, that's not really going to help that much. On the other hand, these iron processing are not operating at full capacity. So what I could do, I know I said I wasn't going to build any more smelting, but what I could do is maybe a whole bunch of additional landfill, which is probably a good idea, and create more steel smelting stacks. So that's one. So only 1/4 of the iron will get turned into steel. I might do like a extra double stack in here or down here, or possibly here, but this seems like it's too close to here, so it would have to come off here, which we could do. We do have quite a bit of room here. We could have some steel come off here and just go back and forth, but being close to this kind of makes more sense. I also could possibly put more steel through this one. 7,000 versus 33,000. So this one definitely is not operating at full capacity. It could definitely handle a extra steel train, and I think that's probably a good idea. So we will do that. So this steel pickup, let's just be sure of that. Yes, it's just got one. So the other steel pickup, which is over here, I always had two because it was more distant, and that's 14,000 to 53,000. This one could probably handle a third train, in fact. Yes, it's got two. The only problem is if I put all of these steel trains on, they have a habit of blocking the iron trains from coming through. So I really need to contemplate putting a stacker in place, and maybe it won't be an issue if I just add one to here and one to that one. It's certainly worth doing that. So alright, let's run back over to the east side and place another couple of steel trains down. And if you want to know how bad our steel situation is, I haven't even started these yet. Notice down below 160,000 steel are required per. So yeah, we need steel for sure. So I think this combination of processes should yield the result we want, and then I'm going to have to fine-tune the iron to get higher throughput. Do we have a steel there? No, we don't. Good, it should be safe to line up, where are we? Up here at a steel. That's a copper drop. Really? Train stop, copper plate drop. Oh, right, okay. It should be safe to line up here at a steel drop-off and place down another... Oh, no, it's not. Oh dear. Okay, so let's try this one then. It should be safe to lay down a steel train here. Boost our throughput. And you, I want to go, let's just see, I want another one for here, so if I was to go like so, no, you can't do that, great. It's steel pickup, steel drop off. Okay, So back to map. We will add in steel pickup. Steel pickup, inventory full, and steel drop off. Steel drop off, inventory empty, and off you go. So that's one of the new steel trains. Just have a quick check that we don't have another one ready to go. We don't. So this will be our third steel train to Iron East, the Iron East stack. We need to be ordering in trains for this to work. Come on, come on, come on. That's still only 5. That was supposed to be set to 6. How's that steel going? It's ready for more. And we need to fine tune the iron to support this steel, and that's also what we will be doing. Do we have any of those yet? No. Come on guys, what's taking you time with this? Is it that we're not quite doing 30 UPS? Because that is the other problem. As I tune this and get more and more out of my factory, we probably will lose more and more UPS. And not a huge amount that I can do about it. Except we should have the entire array of research shutting down very soon, and I will in fact probably turn it off completely. Good, we've got these guys now. Like we have one of these guys trying to pull in here. Just turn them onto manual, and you need to get the hell out of here, sunshine. Why do I have that, and why do I have that? Not sure. Right. Your path is to go to steel pickup east. Steel pickup east until inventory full, and then go to steel drop off till inventory empty, and off you go. Which should allow this guy to come in. Now, I don't think that is by itself going to fix our issue, because I think we need some more conversion of iron into steel and some more iron creation altogether. So for that, we are going to need the engineering train, which I'm pretty sure is up here, and it needs to be loaded up. I believe I can't turn that on and off, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the recording again. I will get the engineering train set up and out to where we want to go, and then we can resume. Looks like we've had another launch or two, which is always nice. The only problem with turning off the recording is I want you to see the final science complete, so maybe I'll just keep the recording running and make sure that you can catch that bit, but I will cut this otherwise. We're done. Okay, so let's head out to Steel West. Steel Pickup West. And I will have to make a cut here. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. And welcome back. It's been a few hours, so I might be slightly lost on exactly where we are. I know we're heading off to do some engineering. Destination steel pickup west. I might do a... I think I want to build this new steel processing facility first. Let's have a quick look. 311,000 iron, 219. Holy jeepers, we are over 530,000 plates. Wow, that's good. Steel 18,000 per minute. And this is very, very, very close indeed. It's going to happen any moment now. And you're going to be here for it because I'm going to keep yabbering like an idiot until it pops, probably. Actually, not exactly. I am going to... We don't want to go down here. I am thinking that I will head down this one. Rather than head over to steel, so let's go manual and keep going and go down here. Now that one leads out to the stone, and I'm thinking we'll actually use this side. So if I stop about here somewhere, jump out. First of all, I think I want to just check how we are doing. We actually have steel now. Wow, the change I made has already fixed steel. Well, mind you, we've turned off this as well, which would be helping. If we have a look at the 1 minute, there will be no yellow and no purple science because they have plenty of volume. 423, 174. Actually, that's getting down, but I don't think there's 174,000 science left there. And iron plate is actually burning down quite quickly. Wow. So maybe 18. We're still, according to that, we're still burning it faster than we are creating it. So it does kind of stand to reason that. How big is that? 15 million. I'm kind of thinking that I want to create my double steel stack here and have the line kind of rejoin this one because this is a fairly low usage. We probably need to go down a little bit if we're going to do this. How's that if I put a junction out this way? Where is my 2x2 trains? We're looking for trains. Here we go. That's it. That's the one that I want. Let's do that. Because this one works. Unlike the 4x2, if you notice, every segment does actually have what it needs. We just have to correct two of these signals to make them chain signals as opposed to standard signals, and that is entirely workable. So if we head this way, and for now we will just extend our rail enough to basically get us out of the way of oncoming traffic, like the one immediately behind us. And I'll work out how this is going to work once we are safely ensconced here. Okay. Wow, we caused all this hold up. And that's just more weight. probably dropped off not doing our... I know we're still doing 520,000 plates per minute. And I thought I needed to do a whole lot of tuning. I don't know how this works. If anyone has some idea how we can continue to be burning at a rate far in excess of this without any stockpiles, I'm all ears. I just don't get it. Over an hour, 871,000, but we've burnt 2.2 million. I don't get it. It's our all-time use. 1.35 billion. There you go, 20 million processing units. I knew we would do that. It was just a matter of time. Very good. Okay, so I think what I want is basically all of this, and I basically want it twice. There we go. Finished. That is science finished. I have the means to turn off science in the main base. I don't think I can do it remotely, but this thing here, I can use that to turn off science, and I think that I will. That just tells us how much science... Whoops, I don't want that one, I want this one. We won't be producing yellow, we won't be producing purple. We'll produce for a few minutes a little bit of green and red to catch up to 100,000, and I think blue is pretty low, so blue will probably produce for 20 minutes, and I'll probably let them just in case I want to do some science in the future, but I'm certainly in the fairly near future going to come up here and turn this off, because that will take this whole area off our grid and off our network in terms of bots and so on. And then, if you notice how we're set up, the science is all the way around here. Aside from the utility stuff, the science is basically all the way around here. If we take all of this out, and we're basically doing stuff in here and in here, with a little bit of circuitry and modules, the size of the bot trips has been greatly reduced, so that should improve what we can do everywhere else. How are we looking up here? See, the fact that these lines are empty to me means that we could be supporting more iron or plate trains in there, and we will get to that. So first things first, let's get a blueprint of I need to be closer, and I might not be able to get to there because there's no radar. Just as I sort it out. Right, okay, so if we were to go from there all the way to here and up to there, I think that is what I want. Yes, it is, and I want all of it. Let us call this a steel stack. Steel or steel smelting. SML. Steel smelting stack. Tick. Now, over here, the idea is that iron trains... Well, what would happen if I reversed it? So that would mean... Well, at the moment all the trains come from the same side, don't they? So I could kind of have it one there and one below it. Or we could come over. Let me just move some of this stuff. We need to get rid of some trees. Like all of this jungle is totally in my way. And I really should look into another option here, shouldn't I? Ooh. Auto trash, I need you there. I think what the problem is, if I go in here, well, according to that, they're fully charged. Oh no, here we go. Now that they're charging, yeah. So I need 2 more of these, which would take me down to just 2 legs for this to work particularly well. How are we going? They're all screwed. So that's why they can't charge up any of my bots. And why I end up having to do this little cheat. Let's just see what this... actually, before I slap that down, I now want these guys out. Just so I can see how this lies. There we go. How far over do we go? Oh, we go all the way over and cover these things here on the map. And how far down are we? We're not down far enough. No, we definitely need to be further down than that, because even if we sort of did a big U-turn there, it's sort of not going to be pretty, so I don't like that. Although, the other thing we could do, I think it still needs to come down a bit. So, yeah, let's do that. Tiles, entities. Not to worry, let's just get rid of everything. Advantage of not building it and seeing it in a ghosted form first of all. Let's come down a bit. Right, try again. Whack. Now. That would give us a decent bit of leeway in terms of entry. It probably means that we'll be in the drink if we keep on going down here. And need to landfill this. Yeah, there's quite a lot that is well, it's hard to say, but if that stack was about there, we have it's not too bad, the landfill that's required. What I might do is come up the top here. So actually this one doesn't even need to be here. We could take that line out and push this up quite a bit. This sort of amount. would it be this sort of amount? Yeah, kind of would. So maybe we could even get away without landfill. Okay, in that case, let us get rid of all this. With all this foliage, we may need to set up a rubbish train first up to transport it away. Come on. Seriously, game? You're going to play this game? The you're stuck in the trees game. So, yeah, this track, we only need one of it, and with a bit of luck I can get it to come in somewhere there. So that would mean that this whole section I need to be over more so that I can see where I'm trying to put it. But trees. Seriously, trees. Would you get out of my way? Oh dear. Okay, come on over here. I want to try and line up what I can see here. So I want to be about that close. How does that look? Do we need landfill? We do not need landfill. That is excellent. I'm not going through these trees again. We need an independent rubbish train and trees only. We need all of these trees to be removed. So, let's see what we can build here. Rubbish. Or can you actually have a rubbish and a supply at the same time? Probably not, truth. Let's build that. Let us carry this on. And even restore these for the moment. The problem with that is that they now have to slowly start charging. work. Let's do that. These are a bit of a mess, so let's get rid of this one. We need wires. And as soon as we get down here, of course, the bots start building the supply outpost, which I don't actually have an issue with. Somewhere along here we're not connected, so let's see if we can sort that out. Whole components, 39. These things are moving along quite swiftly without me looking. Maybe that's the secret into this game, I just need to not look. Is there really no signals of any type coming along here anymore? The idea worries me because there was a G, which was probably redundant. It looks like all the signals get cut off right here. Yep. So I'm going to assume that that has restored our signals. Come on, bots, keep up. We've got work to do. Do I not have any roboports on me? It doesn't look like it. Alright. That is something that we can grab from here. Do I have any stations? Okay. Do still have rail. I would have thought we would have gotten a piece of rail in here and in here. We certainly can fix up this part. I need you to... Oh, you already have? No, you haven't. Go on, over here. Finish off what you were doing. What are we missing? We're missing a bunch of stuff from below, largely. Okay, I think it is time to tell these robots to go bye-bye. Connect up these wires. How much track do we have here? I do believe we have enough to move the engineering train. let's do that. Let's then sort out what we need the supply train to bring. We seem to be cracking through these at quite a decent pace at this point. Okay, I need a massive blueprint, which is basically from about here. Oops, not that far. Let's avoid this ridiculous forest. And then make sure that we go over far enough to capture everything that we need, which is there. That will do. Now, I think we're going to have to close out the episode, so we're making great progress here. It looks like habitation components will actually be finished very soon. They're probably the first ones to be finished, which is great. What do they actually cost, the habitation? I guess they're fairly cheap though. Just a fair bit of plastic. So, nothing horrendous there. Right, let's just go in here. What do we need? We need 1.3k track. We need are we going to fit this all on a train? I don't know. Let's go with the 360 of these guys. Let's go with the 542 beacons. So what is that? That is 26, 8, 34, and 54. That's like 88, 89. 990 are these guys. That's another 20, so we're up to about 110. 192 of those. That's another 4. I think we better get our 48 roboports. Signaling just yet. Well, we are going to want some construction bots. I probably have some, but I guess I would like maybe another couple of hundred, maybe 600 of these in each section, so 1200 in total. That's probably going to have to do as a, oh no, we need also these guys. How about we get about 10 of them? I don't know how many we're missing, but let's get 10. Is this working? It looks like it. And that will do us for the episode. So thanks very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. We finished off science. We have accelerated past 500,000 plates per minute, although not currently at this moment. But there you go, 520,000 over 10 minutes, sustained. We have done 20 million processing units, 500 million electronic circuits. We're rapidly getting to 1 billion iron plates by themselves. Great stuff. See you next time, folks. Bye-bye.